Please subscribe.
In science class we learned entropy is continually expanding. We may not recollect what this major fundamental of the second law of thermodynamics truly implies, yet it strikes a chord as we face a day-by-day fire hose of new items, administrations, mess, data, news, and commotion. New items entering packed markets clatter for consideration with occupied structures and shameless informing. Against this discordant setting, Land Rover presents a calmer, disentangled, reductive update of the Range Rover Evoque that helped dispatch the little extravagance SUV showcase 8 years prior and earned our 2012 SUV of the Year grant. The Evoque has consistently been reductive, essentially went for young, style-cognizant urbanites who worth clean stopping measurements over V8 control or a go all over the place, low-extent drivetrain, and tallness customizable suspension. To heat up this second-gen Evoque down much further, just the 4-entryway body style will be offered, however it utilizes the sleeker, increasingly dashing roofline of the previous Roadster, with its pano rooftop made standard to hook back a portion of the lost headroom. Trim level contributions drop from 8 to 6. Furthermore, Gary McGovern's as of now fresh, clean structure gets washed down of all insignificant character lines and trim pieces, losing the wheel curve and midsection rail moldings and making the entryway handles flush with the bodywork. The extents are improved by stretching the wheelbase, decreasing the shades, and making bigger, 21-inch, wheels accessible. Improved accident vitality. The board, higher quality steels, empowers the front shade decrease. A smart new basic connection back suspension expends half as much vertical space as the past multi-link structure, which lifts freight volume by 6%. Broadening the wheelbase doesn't support legroom in either push, however new front seat mounts improve back footroom, and the overhauled back seat position helps knee room. There's nothing reductive about the drivetrain. Both 2.0-liter turbos give more yield, 9 HP and 18 lb-ft on the P250, 10 HP on the P300, and the motor mounts migrate to the motor's torque hub. They used to hang the motor from above, requiring torque decrease during hard dispatches, which felt like turbo slack, to anticipate the powertrain from swinging. Moving up to the more up-to-date 9 HP 59-speed transmission brings improved move programming without the hecticness and move stun we whined about in our first test, and savvier sport mode gear choice. Proportions stay unaltered. Two things that haven't been diminished: weight and fuel utilization. In spite of utilization of aluminum for the hood and stun tower castings, magnesium for the dash support, and a change to lighter brake rotors with squeezed steel focuses, the more extended wheelbase, improved in flexibility, and new highlights like the fuel-sparing 48-volt mellow half-breed framework on the P300R dynamic models include pounds. Unfortunately, neither the half-breed gear nor a decrease in drag coefficient from 0.36 to 0.32, nor even the change to GKN's most recent prop shaft separating twin-stir all-wheel drive framework could counteract an EPA economy decay. Consolidated appraisals tumble from 25 and 24 mpg for the active P250 and P300 to 23 mpg for both 2020 models. To exhibit that the upgrades warrant this little efficiency punishment, an unobtrusive $850 knock in the base value, Land Rover welcomed us to the support of Majority Rules system and Olympic Challenge, the Peloponnese landmass in Greece. The new ClearSight ground view framework, which uses grille and mirror mounted cameras to create a picture of the territory going by the tires at rates underneath 15 miles per hour, delivers a picture that resembles a window down through the dash and firewall. It's incredible for exploring visually impaired drop-offs or slope peaks. The related ClearSight rear view mirror gives a ultra-fresh 1600 x 320 goals that is simpler for the eyes to refocus on than the lower goals first-gen camera flex on GM and Nissan vehicles. The picture remains astoundingly clean gratitude to a hydrophobic focal point covering and a mounting situating up in the shark blade rooftop reception apparatus. Our test vehicles were Eurospec P250S, equipped with the MHEV framework and R-Dynamic S-Trim. 2 highlights. We'll just jump on P300 models so you.S spec autos may not appreciate the lively dispatch feel these Evoques illustrated. We'll absolutely get a similar level cornering demeanor and enthusiastic turn-in managed by the torque vectoring back pivot. This framework doesn't overspeed the outside back wheel in a turn like Acura's SHAWD does, however figure 8 testing demonstrates quantifiable taking care of advantages of such frameworks. The Lodge remained amazingly helpful for discussion, even with the pano rooftop revealed at 80 miles per hour. Also, a blustery day on unnerving smooth Greek landing area uncovered a soundness control framework willing to permit astute drivers a delicate slide or two. There's nothing reductive about the new Evoque's rough terrain slashes. New this year is the Terrain Response 2 framework, which includes an auto setting that screens a huge range of sensors to deduce and upgrade for evolving conditions, incredible for trails that may some way or another require exchanging between the sand, grass, gravel, and snow, or mud and ruts programs. Surmounting rough terrain snags intended for the Evoque's decreased suspension enunciation, with respect to senior rovers, and unassuming road tire grasp, the Evoque vindicated itself honorably and showed the upsides of its twin grip back hub. With no differential riggings to turn, no vitality is squandered. Braking an airborne wheel, essentially declutching it sends all torque to the tractive wheel. What's more, the 13% stiffer body inspired scarcely a squeak during these turn-instigating moves. The Evoque remains a convincing decision as far as configuration, driving elements, and even bundle effectiveness. Contrasting other style-forward conservative luxury utes that cover the Evoque's value run, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio is a foot longer while offering less traveler and payload space. The Mercedes GLC 300 and Porsche Macan are likewise about a foot longer while surrendering around 2 3D shapes of back gear space to the Evoque. Obviously, the Evoque's E-Pace cousin from Jaguar conveys more traveler and freight space in a similar essential impression and at a value that begins $4,050 less with comparable powertrains. Be that as it may, let's face it, it's only not as lovely.